Hey, and welcome back to another video. I want to talk about the guilt that comes with choosing yourself. So I'm on this Choose Yourself series because we're not choosing ourselves. We're choosing everyone else above us, and it is causing us to miss the mark for ourselves. And if you're anything like me, when it came to me choosing myself, deciding to put more into myself than I do with other people, there was a guilt that came with that. Number one, I didn't like it. And number two, I couldn't figure out really why I was even feeling the guilt when there was always this feeling of not choosing me over other people. And what happens with that guilt, it comes because we have been told to be caregivers, peacemakers, the good girl. It was almost like, don't explore the things that you want. Do this instead. Don't try to become something else. Just be this. When it comes to really choosing yourself, this means that you're beginning to explore who you truly are, the things that you like, the things that you don't like. But somewhere along the line, you were told that no. You always heard no. No. But I'm here to tell you that saying yes to yourself is going to bring guilt, and you have to break it. So let's dive in.
I know that I don't make things clear. No. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees.
One thing about not choosing yourself is that self-sacrifice has probably been ingrained as love, and self-prioritization was ingrained as selfishness. And honestly, it's the opposite. Self-sacrifice is selfish. Self-prioritization is love. It's true love. It's love for self. It's showing yourself that, hey, I'm here for you. If nobody else is here for you, I'm here for you. And usually when you are conditioned as a child to think that being helpful, sweet, or selfless, when you're praised for that, you're looked at as the helpful one. Being so helpful that you're neglected, and also there's no reciprocity in that. And so when you're conditioned that way, as you grow and as you learn, you just consistently be the person pushed aside. You consistently just be the helpful one, the one that is selfless. And now you're in a space where you're like, I'm sick of this. I need to put myself first. And it has taken you this long to really get to the point where you need to put yourself first because of the guilt that you felt, the way that you felt other people would feel because you decided to choose yourself over what they have going on. But in order to break that guilt, you have to start somewhere. And starting somewhere is realizing, how did it start? Where did it come from? And how have I allowed this to perpetuate in my life all this time? Because if we're honest, you have carried this through your relationships and toxic love and trauma bond. If you really dissect the relationships that you've had, you probably notice a pattern of you being overly nice, overly sweet, just because that's who you are. But that's just because you've been conditioned to be that way. And it's okay to be that way when it's given in return. But when it's not given in return, you have to know that that's not love. That is a one-sided situation. And we talked about that on the last video. So if you haven't watched that, I suggest you go and watch that. And usually when it comes to relationships, especially toxic ones, after a while, depending on if you have had multiple toxic relationships or just a long-standing toxic relationship, there has to be a point in your life when you decide to choose you in that situation. It has to become a point where you have had enough of abandoning yourself, of being selfish with yourself or to yourself, choosing other people's needs and wants above your own. When you start to have those thoughts, you are coming into a self-awareness, and you need this moment. You need that self-awareness because that self-awareness is going to help you stand on business about yourself. It's about us doing what we need to do for ourselves in order for us to become our best self. Now, I know as you go through this process of really dissecting the guilt that you feel, releasing the guilt that you feel, it's going to come with fear. Fear of rejection from those people that you love, fear of abandonment from those people that you love. But I want you to understand something. All these years that you have been putting others before yourself, you have been rejecting yourself. You have been abandoning yourself. You have to understand that you deserve what you're giving others. You deserve to give that to yourself. It is a learned response that was created in childhood. You have perpetuated that feeling of guilt through relationships, which have led you into toxic relationships that you did not deserve because of your fear of abandonment and rejection. Not realizing, not having the self-actualization that I'm rejecting myself. I'm abandoning myself. So, moving forward, we are choosing ourselves through the guilt. So, as we walk through this, learning to be unapologetically ourselves and overcoming that guilt, what did we just do? We just named it. We named it. We realized what it's doing to us. And now that we've named it, we're calling it out for what it is. As you're going through that guilt, feel it, acknowledge it. That's going to help you understand. I'm having this feeling because I'm choosing myself. So you can continue to walk through it. Because a lot of times what happens when we have that anxiety, that guilt feeling, we'll stop and we'll second guess ourselves. And that is what I don't want you to do. Don't second guess yourself choosing you or putting you first. Feel your way through the guilt and understand when you have those voices in your head, like, whose voice is that really? And why is that the voice that I hear? Why are those the words that I hear? You have to switch those words up. You have to tell yourself, you're okay. This is just you in new territory, choosing yourself because you deserve it. You're okay. I'm going to let you feel these feels. I acknowledge that I feel it, but we're going to keep moving through it. And what this is doing is reframing that feeling so you can understand that self-prioritization is self-respect. It's helping you understand that although we're walking in new territory, you're okay. It's letting yourself know that I get why you're feeling this way. And now we need to create new feelings when it comes to this. So you can use this in so many different areas in your life, but it is important that you go through these steps because this is how you self-regulate. This is how you self-heal. And the reason you need to know how to self-heal because there's not always someone there who can talk you out of the feeling of guilt, being afraid or being scared. This journey is yours, and you have to be able to uplift yourself even when there's no one else around you to do so. Now, as you go through this, you'll have to start telling yourself that you're worthy of this change. You have to start seeing your decisions as you showing up for yourself because you're worthy of being shown up for yourself. And as you show up for yourself, that will invite other people into your life that will also give you that reciprocity. Now, don't get it twisted. There will be people that come in your life who will test you because in order for you to actually put a change in place, there has to be a test. So there will be things that happen where you will have to choose you. And this will help you realize that the work is working or you need more work. It's a process. It's a marathon, not a sprint when it comes to truly healing. And as you release that guilt, this will allow you to live out loud, show up for yourself in ways that you've never shown up, and it'll even be new to other people. but let them experience your greatness in the same time that you're experiencing yours. And watch how people respond to that. And that will determine who you decide that needs to stay in your life. Because trust me, the choice is yours, not theirs. I want you to understand this. Guilt is the ghost of who you used to be, whispering for you to shrink back. But I want you to remind yourself that you are no longer available for your own abandonment. Don't abandon yourself in order to release the guilt that you feel for choosing yourself. Abandon the guilt. I want you to choose you fully, fiercely, and finally. So until next time, I am your Lifestylist K, your Secure Woman Mentor, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.